Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Stoic Wisdom today, where ancient truth guides your modern life. Let me begin with a question. Have you ever regretted saying something in anger? Or wished you had stayed quiet when others tried to provoke you? What if I told you, silence is not weakness, it's power? In a noisy world where everyone wants to speak louder, Stoicism reminds us of something rare and vital. Sometimes, the wisest voice is no voice at all. Today, we'll explore 4 moments in life where silence isn't just golden, it's transformative. Moments where choosing silence over reaction leads to strength, clarity, and self-mastery. Let's begin. Part 1. When you're angry. Anger is a thief. It steals your clarity, clouds your reason, and leaves you saying things you can't take back. Marcus Aurelius said, "You don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you." But when we're angry, those words are hard to follow. Our pride demands justice. Our ego wants to strike back. And yet, that's when silence matters most. When rage rises, don't speak. Shut your mouth. Breathe. Count to 10 or 100 if you must. Because in that silence, something powerful happens. You reclaim control. You remind yourself that anger, like a passing storm, will fade, and only after it passes will you see clearly. Words spoken in fury are rarely wise, but words spoken from calm can change everything. Choose silence in your anger, not as surrender, but as strength. It's the first step to mastering yourself. Part 2. When you don't know enough. In a world obsessed with opinions, we're often pressured to speak, even when we have nothing meaningful to say. But the Stoics teach us something radically different. Epictetus reminds us, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Silence, in this case, is not ignorance. It is the doorway to wisdom. When you don't fully understand a topic, admit it. Be still. Be humble. Listen more. Speak less. True strength lies in being a student, not a show-off. Because only when you quiet the noise within can you truly hear and learn. The next time you feel compelled to speak just to appear smart, pause. Ask yourself, do I really know enough to add value? If the answer is no, let silence be your answer. In that silence you honor truth and protect your own integrity. Part 3. When others try to provoke you. Lockkicker had a clear answer. There are people who don't want peace. They want a reaction. They bait you with insults, sarcasm, or subtle jabs, hoping to pull you into their chaos. But Seneca had a clear answer. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. When someone tries to provoke you, silence is your shield. Not because you're weak, but because you're wise. You don't need to clap back. You don't need to defend your pride. You simply don't need to play their game. When you remain silent in the face of provocation, you deny them control. You frustrate their efforts. And most importantly, you rise above. Self-control is power. To stay calm when chaos knocks, that's Stoic mastery. Let them speak. Let them twist and poke. But let your silence speak louder. Because silence in that moment doesn't mean defeat. It means you've already won over your emotions and over their agenda. Part 4. When gossip tempts you. There's a strange pleasure in gossip. It pulls us in. It makes us feel included, important, entertained. But beneath that temporary thrill lies something toxic. Gossip is cheap. It costs others their dignity and costs us our integrity. The Stoic path is different. It says mind your own soul, mind your own virtue. When gossip arises, be still. When someone speaks ill of another behind their back, choose silence. It's not about pretending you don't hear it. It's about choosing not to pass it on, not to add more fuel to the fire. Silence here is noble. It protects others, and it protects you from becoming someone you are not proud of. So the next time gossip tempts you, ask yourself, does this conversation elevate anyone, or just tear them down? If it does neither, say nothing. Silence in the face of gossip is dignity in action. Conclusion. The wisdom of silence. So, when is silence golden? When you're angry, when you don't know, when you're provoked, and when gossip calls your name. Each of these moments is a test, not of how loud you can be, but of how still you can stay. Silence is not a void. It's a powerful presence. It speaks volumes without saying a word. The next time you feel the urge to speak, pause. Ask yourself, will my words serve this moment? Or will silence serve it better? In silence, you'll find peace. In silence, you'll discover strength. And in silence, you'll meet the best version of yourself. If this message resonated with you, take a moment now to reflect, and then share this stillness with someone else. And if you found value in this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom today. Until next time, speak less, live deeper, and let silence be your strength.